All rise. Judge Vonda B court now in session. Judge, this is case number JVB 1001, Cooper versus Johnson.
Thank you. You all may be seated. Okay, Mr. Cooper, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Yes, Your Honor. I brought this case to court because I'd like to put myself on child.
All right, guys. How often do you hear about someone begging to be put on child support? That's exactly what Mr. Cooper is doing. And not because he's dodging anything, but because it's the only way he can see his own kids. From the jump, this case takes a hard left. Most people are running from child support, but this father is running toward it. It's clear there's something deeper going on here. Is it justice, or is it revenge in disguise? One thing's for sure, when a parent volunteers for financial obligation just to get basic access, it screams desperation. And maybe something more sinister behind the scenes.
Yourself on child support to see your kids more often?
Yes, Amanda Johnson, my ex, has made it difficult lately for me to see my kids. I thought that if I was on child support, it might be easier to have some kind of scheduled time that I can actually see my children.
Okay, when you say she's been making it difficult lately, what types of things has she been doing?
She's been rescheduling when I come to pick them up. She's said that she's too busy and that I can't hang out with them on the weekends. She's just generally made it tough for me to see my kids.
Okay. Why have you made it tough for him to see his kids?
Your Honor, my ex-boyfriend has a new girlfriend and I do not like her. I do not like her being around my children. I think she's a terrible influence on my kids. And I know that if I give them more...
Buckle up, because here comes the real reason behind all the drama. Amanda admits she's keeping the kids away because she doesn't like her ex's new fiancé, not because of danger, abuse, or neglect, but because she personally doesn't vibe with the new woman. And guess what? They've only been engaged for 3 months. That's right. Amanda's not just throwing shade, she's throwing a legal wrench in her kids' relationship with their father over pure emotion. Is it protection or plain old jealousy? You tell me.
I do not approve of that whatsoever.
Okay, so you're mad because he doesn't want to be with you and moved on? That's what you're saying?
No, I'm mad because he has only been dating this woman for 3 months. Now suddenly they're engaged. I think she's a terrible person and I don't want my children to be around her. This is about the well-being of my children.
This is about the well-being of your children, but you don't like her? Do you even know her?
I have met her one
It's
time.
a yes or a no. Have you even met her before?
Technically, yes, I have met her before.
Okay, so you met her one time.
I know people who are friends with her. I've seen her.
You know,
on
I'm not
social
going to do this
media.
tap dancing back and forth with you. You're going to answer my question when it's very direct. So you've met her one time.
Yes, ma'am.
And based on that one time of meeting her, you believe she's a bad influence on your children?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, no, we're not doing that today.
Now this is where it gets spicy. Judge Vonda B is not having it. Amanda's credibility takes a major hit when the judge finds out she's only met the woman once and already declared her unfit to be around the kids. That's not motherly instinct. That's courtroom conjecture. The judge peels back the layers and suddenly Amanda's concerns look a whole lot like resentment. If you've ever seen someone try to mask bitterness as protection, this is it, in real time. But is that fair to the kids?
To see his kids, especially when it's for a reason that has nothing to do with them. He's in a new relationship. Obviously you're mad, and you're just mad because he is in that new relationship, not with you. And because you're mad, you're trying to hold it against him with his kids.
Oh no, that has nothing to do with it.
That's not how it works. Well, that's exactly what it sounds like. I mean, that's what it sounds like, right?
That's what it sounds like, Your Honor. Yep.
I don't want to be with him at all.
No, you don't want him back. You just don't want him to be with anyone else.
Thank you, Your Honor.
That's what it is. I mean, that's what it sounds like. And you can roll your eyes and everything. You know, that doesn't bother me one bit because I can do it too. So, we're going to go ahead and start child support today. You are going to allow him to see the children. It's not a what if, I don't like her, she's a bad influence. It has nothing to do with that. You're going.
This is the moment Amanda gets called out. Hard. Judge Vonda B doesn't mince words. The kids deserve a relationship with their dad, and Amanda's feelings about his new partner don't get a vote. It's not about her anymore. This ruling isn't just a legal win for Mr. Cooper. It's a full-on takedown of manipulative co-parenting. The judge flips the power dynamic and sets clear boundaries, making it known that weaponizing children out of spite won't fly in her courtroom. Would you have laid down the law this strongly?
Okay, thanks. And you understand that you're going to be paying child support, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Now, how much money do you make a year?
$48,000.
$48,000. And how old are the children?
12 and 14.
12 and 14. And who covers health insurance for the children?
We have Medicaid, Your Honor.
Okay. So just so you all are aware, Medicaid is not health insurance. It's a benefit it's provided through the state, to assist with the children going to the doctor and the hospital if needed or anything like that. So that, because it is from a state agency, you are going to have to pay it back to them, okay?
Okay.
And it's going to be included in your monthly obligation for child support. You understand?
Okay.
Okay. So I have your gross at $4,000 a month, which brings your net to $3,000.
With emotions cooling down, it's time to break out the numbers. Mr. Cooper makes $48,000 a year, and the court's about to calculate exactly how much of that goes to child support. Medicaid is in play, and Judge Vonda explains that while it's a state benefit, it still has to be reimbursed, coming so there's no free ride. It's a sobering moment. Wanting to see your kids is noble, but there's a price. And now he's got $122.50 a month riding on that decision. Is that too steep, or just the cost of doing what's right?
1 cent. So your child support obligation is $762.50. In addition to the Medicaid. So what happens is I have to take 9% of your gross, and that's the amount that you would pay back for Medicaid. That's what the law says has to be done. So 9% of $4,000 gives me $360. So when you add the two together, comes out to $1,122.50 a month. Now, if you were to enroll the children into private health insurance, which I'm sure you can find something a lot cheaper than $360, your child support amount would go down.
Okay.
Okay, so you have the option to do that. If you have private insurance through your employer, or if you want to enroll the children under something outside of your employer, you can do that.
Okay.
Okay, does that make sense?
It does.
Okay, all right. Do you all have any other questions for me?
No, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
Okay, well, if there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Thank you.
Judge Vonda B wraps things up with one final push, offering Mr. Cooper a way to lower his payments through private insurance. It's a rare moment of empowerment in a courtroom usually driven by orders and obligations. This isn't just about child support, it's about choices. As both parties are dismissed, you can feel the shift. Amanda's control has been checked, and Mr. Cooper walks out with legal rights and clarity. If this case left you speechless too, make sure to like, subscribe, and let us know what you would have done differently in the comments.
Judge Vonda B. Court is now in session. Judge, this is the case of Mr. Daniels.
Okay. You all may be seated. Mr. Daniels,
Yes.
you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Yeah, I brought my case because I'm trying to file child support on myself to make sure that my child is getting the benefits that it needs, because the mother doesn't seem to be taking care of the responsibilities.
I mean, obviously not. She didn't even have...
Welcome to Court Code, and buckle up, because this one's a plot twist in itself. Today we've got a rare sight in court. A father putting himself on child support. Yep, you heard that right. Not dodging, not denying, he's stepping up. But it's not all gold stars and good intentions. This case dives into drama, deadbeat accusations, and a mother who couldn't even be bothered to show up. Mr. Daniels claims he tried to marry the mother of his child, but instead of walking down the aisle, she chose the streets. Oof, that's not just personal, that's explosive. And while he plays third string in the Arena Football League, he's trying to play first string in his son's life, if the court will let him. But is he a dedicated dad, or a slick talker trying to soften a legal blow? Stick around. We've got cold facts, awkward flirtation, and a judge who is not here for the nonsense.
You did send her notice of that.
I did.
Okay. It's very different when people come in, and well, guys in particular come in to put themselves on child support. Like, what's the backstory between you and mom? Have y'all ever been married?
I tried to get married. I tried to do everything right.
Okay.
She chose to be out in the streets, so I'm just trying to.
What do you mean by chose to be out in the streets?
Chose to be being somewhere other than the house.
Okay.
So yeah.
She party a lot, do all those things?
Well, I don't know where she's at, so I don't know what she does.
Hey, do you communicate with her at all?
When it comes to money,
Okay.
yeah. So that's why
You have a son or a daughter?
I have a son.
Do you get to see your son?
On the weekends, but it's rare. We have a lot of conflict going on. Again, she's not here, so this is why I'm bringing this to court.
Okay. Okay, so you do understand how child support works, right? It's based on a calculation based on the amount of money that you make.
I'm third string, so I don't make that much.
What does that mean, your third string?
I'm not making a lot of money right now in the arena football league that I play.
Let's pause here for a second. Because not showing up for court when someone is trying to take legal responsibility for their child, that speaks volumes. Whether you're the custodial parent or not, ignoring a court summons never looks good. And in family court, it's often seen as a lack of interest or accountability. So already the scales are tipping. What would you think if the roles were reversed? Would a no-show dad get the same benefit of the doubt?
Come to court because I want my child taken care of, but I can't take a major hit because I have to take care of myself as well.
Okay. So it's based on the calculation. So whatever amount of money that you make, that's what your child support is going to be set at. No matter if you were third string, first string, second string, I don't know how many strings it go up to. It's based on your calculation.
Okay.
Okay. So how much money do you make a year?
Around 67.
Okay. And you only have one child?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So 67,000. Well, let me ask you this. Who pays health insurance?
I pay it.
Okay. How much is your health insurance?
Around 120.
120. Okay. And let me see. You turned in some documents here. Looks like your health insurance is actually 130. Okay. 130. You're shorting yourself $10 because.
Now here's where things get tricky. Mr. Daniels wants to provide, but on a budget. He's in the Arena Football League, third string, and not pulling in NFL-level money. It's a real-world dilemma. How do you support your child when your own finances are hanging by a thread? The court doesn't care if you're catching touchdowns or catching bills. Child support is calculated based on what you do earn. So while his heart might be in the right place, the court only cares about the math.
Here, obviously, to dispute it or whatnot, but you get a credit for carrying the child on your health insurance.
Okay.
Okay. So, based on that, giving you credit for the health insurance, your gross comes out to $5,470. Your net of that after taxes come out is $4,357.28 for a child support amount of $871.46. Okay?
Okay.
You have any other questions about that?
And boom. Here's a moment of honesty that might have cost him. When Judge B notices he underestimated his own health insurance by $10, it may seem minor, but this shows how precise the court gets when calculating support. Every number, every credit, every deduction counts. It's a reminder. In court, small missteps can lead to big consequences. Luckily for him, this one worked in his favor, but not every mistake does.
Okay,
But I don't think that has anything to do with why you're here.
Oh, well, I don't have a good baby mother.
So you want to make me a baby mama?
Oh no, he didn't. Did Mr. Daniels just try to shoot his shot with a judge? This right here is the courtroom equivalent of texting your ex during a job interview. Wrong time, wrong place. Absolutely not the vibe. It's bold, it's awkward, and Judge Vonda isn't even blinking. She handles it with a savage clapback. I'm available for my next case. Let that be a lesson. Flirtation has no place in family court.
I wasn't trying to make you a baby mother. I was just seeing if you were available to help.
Well, I'm available for my next case. So if there's nothing further, you are dismissed.
All right, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
And that's a wrap on support court with Judge Vonda. But the story here leaves a lot to unpack. A father who steps up when the mother's MIA, a support amount calculated to the decimal, and a rare move that could inspire other parents. Filing, to put yourself on child support to stay ahead of the system and avoid back pay disasters. Judge Vonda drives it home with one simple truth. Being proactive beats being punished later. So what do you think? Was Mr. Daniels genuinely trying to do the right thing? Or was this all just courtroom PR? Drop your thoughts below. And if you found this case as jaw-dropping as we did, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss the next twist episode of Court Code. We break down the drama, so you don't have to.
It's now in session. Judge, this is case number JVB1070, Flask case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You all may be seated. I know when I said I'll see you soon, I didn't know it was going to be today.
Yeah.
Okay, Miss Flask, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Okay, good morning, Your Honor. So,
Good morning.
I'm here today because I need some more money from baby daddy, okay?
Okay.
He's been doing a lot of social media stuff, and I'm like, oh yeah, let me have some more money because my baby needs it. He's older. We're doing a lot more.
All right, guys, buckle up because we've got a high-stakes case today. Mrs. Flask is demanding more child support from her ex, who's flaunting his wealth on social media but only paying $100 a month for their 13-year-old son. Meanwhile, he's on a luxury trip to Miami and just bought his fiancée a $5,500 engagement ring. But here's the kicker. He doesn't even know his son isn't in diapers anymore. You can already feel the tension brewing. But will the judge see through the drama? Stick around as we break down what's really going on behind the scenes.
Right. How much child support is he paying right now?
Well, my son is 13. We went to court years ago, so it's only at $100 a month.
Okay.
You know?
Okay. And you said he's 13 now.
Yes.
How old was your son when he was placed on child support?
It was like months after the baby was born.
Oh, okay. It was real new.
Yeah.
Okay.
As soon as it popped out, child support.
Oh, you ain't even give him a chance?
No, he was doing stuff while I was pregnant with my baby. So yeah, I already knew in my mind, social security number, sign me up.
What kind of stuff was he doing?
Just with so many women, and it's just like, it was just too overwhelming. I was pregnant, I was having complications during my pregnancy, and he just out in the streets.
Okay.
Still out in the streets.
Okay. What kind of stuff is he posting on social media that makes you think he has more money?
Oh, he's living his best life, okay?
How good is he living?
Oh,
What he
he's
doing?
living good. He's going on trips after trips. He's flashing money. And he just recently flashed a little ring. I guess he gave one of his little chicks.
Oh.
A little ring.
He did, he did mention that he was engaged. This is your fiance that's back here?
Yeah.
Oh, he been to court already with the other baby mama, huh?
Well, not to put his business out there or anything, but he's...
Oh, we coming for you.
Okay.
This is where the gloves come off. Mrs. Flask is laying it all out, claiming she's doing everything for their son while her ex is living it up, posting lavish lifestyle pics on social media. But is that enough to justify her demand for more money? She's tired of working multiple jobs just to keep up with the rising costs of raising a teenager, and rightfully so. Her son is involved in sports and needs the gear, yet her ex isn't stepping up. So, should a parent's social media lifestyle really factor into child support demands? This case is bringing up some serious questions about responsibility and priorities.
This is your fiance back here?
Yes.
Oh, okay. This is the lady that you all work together.
Yeah, yes.
You, her, and the other child's mom.
We work at a school.
Oh, okay. I got it now. I got it. Okay. Do you all get along?
I don't like none of them. Him, her, the other one, none of them.
I don't have an issue with anybody, Your Honor.
Okay. So
I'm happy.
Okay, congratulations. That's a nice ring.
No, it ain't.
Will I have to have my bailiff escort you out or anything?
No.
Okay, so you're not going to be making any loud outbursts or doing anything like that?
No.
Okay,
I'm cool.
and you understand that's not going to be tolerated, right?
I'm cool. I'm
Okay. Okay, all right. So as long as everybody has an understanding, we're good.
I'm okay.
Okay, all right.
I just need my money.
All right. So you need the money for your son, right?
Yes.
Okay. So is there anything else you want me to know before I move over to him?
I just want him to stop bashing me about what I do, because in the absence of him, I have to get out there and get it, you know? I have to do what I have to do because he's not taking care of our son. I have to do it. My son wants to play. Oh, look at them. My
Excuse
son,
me. Hold on one second, Miss Flash.
This is
Excuse
too
me.
much.
I used to be for the streets.
Excuse me. Is there something you wanted to address?
Hold up. Did he just say diapers for his 13-year-old? The confusion is real. Mr. Harper is clearly out of touch, trying to explain his absence from his son's life by saying he didn't move but just happens to be 45 minutes away, conveniently, closer to his other kids. But when you're not visiting and only sending $100 a month, you can't use that as an excuse. The judge is calling him out, questioning why he's so involved with his other children but can't seem to get it together for the one that matters. If you were the judge, how would you react to such a disconnect?
Trying to help him. Ma'am, that's not nice. You know exactly who she is.
Is she?
That is his fiance.
not for long. He go through.
Listen, that's not nice. And you just heard me talk about having my bailiff remove her if she act out, right?
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I need to get my money. I'm so sorry.
Okay, and it's not your money. It's your son's money.
Yes, son's money.
Okay.
Son's money. I need to get my son's money, Your Honor.
All right. Well, in order for me to help you do that, you can't be, making
Okay.
outbursts,
I'm
doing
sorry.
faces, asking who she is when you already know who she is. Let's not be ugly, okay?
Okay, I'm sorry.
And I need you to focus on me, and I need you to sit back there and just look pretty.
Okay, I can do that.
Okay, thank you. Now, is there anything else that you wanted me to know before I move over to him?
Did you get the fact of him, me, I have to do everything. I have to do everything.
When you say everything, what do you mean by that?
I have to work all these extra jobs, and at nighttime I have to go out and do jobs and stuff, and it's just, I'm tired. My son is older. He's going to be going to high school pretty soon. He wants to be fresh. He wants the latest, clothes and things. He's going to be in football and all the things, like football, basketball. He does all of that. And I'm paying for everything.
And you just want dad to help out?
I want my son's money.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Got you. I understand. Okay, excuse me. This will be the last time I say it. If I have to say it again, ma'am, I'm just going to have you exit to my left. Okay?
Yes.
All right? Sir,
Yes, ma'am.
why aren't you taking care of your 13-year-old son?
First of all,
Now this is the moment that raises eyebrows. Mr. Harper is throwing out that he's just gotten engaged, but what does that have to do with his son's needs? While he's out here dropping serious cash on a ring and flashing social media trips, he hasn't even updated himself on his son's life. The judge is pushing back, questioning how he can justify lavish spending on his fiancée while neglecting his child's needs. Mr. Harper's priorities are under fire. But the real question is, what will the judge do about it? Shouldn't financial responsibility for a child come first?
You took what?
some diapers.
He's 13.
Never
How
mind.
high involved are you in this child's life?
I will be more involved in the child's life if the wombat wouldn't act like she do.
What does that mean?
I don't never see him.
You don't ever, well, obviously, that's clearly you just said you put him in diapers.
I don't never.
Are you getting it
away.
mixed up with your other kids?
I don't never see him.
He moved away.
And I did move. I moved a couple minutes, about 45 minutes away.
You went to go be with the other kids. That's what you did. I got the first baby.
Okay. And you act like $100 ain't enough. $100 was
$100?
That's $100 more than what you
That's
had.
that's his shoes.
Before you get that $100, what you had? That's extra too, ain't it?
Excuse me. Did you need my help?
I do.
Oh, okay. So I need you to address me
Okay.
and not him.
I'm sorry.
Exactly.
Okay. So
This
That
is
is-
too much.
And on top
you
of that,
moved 45 minutes away from your son?
it's really in the middle.
How close are you to your other kids again?
About 10, 15 minutes.
Okay, so you don't really visit with your 13-year-old then?
He ain't never at the house.
All right. And you just got engaged. How much was that ring you just bought your fiance?
About
How much?
500.
$5,500?
But you can't look. Y'all going on social media just because you see and trips. Right now, the way thing is, You can go to Miami for $79.
Okay, and you're proud of going to Miami?
This last exchange adds fuel to the fire. Mr. Harper continues deflecting, claiming that everything would be fine if Mrs. Flask just kept her family out of his business. But is that really the issue here? Is it about money, or is it about responsibility? Pride and taking accountability for your actions as a parent? He says he's not for the streets anymore. But let's be real. Actions speak louder than words. He's engaged, sure, but is he really stepping up as a father? The judge has a tough decision ahead, but so do we. Who's in the right here?
You do not even know that your 13-year-old son is not in diapers.
Man.
I need you to help me make sense of that.
Help me too.
Everything would be cool if she keep her family out of business.
Okay, what does her family have to do with this?
My family helped
My
out.
mother always bashing me. She always bashing me. Telling her son that I'm for the streets. I'm not for the streets no more. I'm engaged now.
Okay, he's engaged now. He's not for the streets
He is
anymore.
for the streets, Your Honor. When I tell you he's not going to be with her for long.
How do you know?
I know him. I know him. He's
How
not
long were
going to
you
be.
all together?
We was together like 6 months.
See that put me on child support
But
right there.
I left. I left because I realized that he was for the streets. How am I big and pregnant and he got so many ladies? Like, I
How
had
can I
to
be with
go.
somebody that got OnlyFans?
Oh, okay. You know what?
No, you didn't.
That's how
Is he
I-
telling the truth though, ma'am?
That's nobody's business. I said I
But I'm
have
for
to
the streets.
hustle. I have to do things to make money because he's not taking care of our son.
Right, but how can you sit there and say he's for the streets and you have a page like that? I don't think you can blast him when you.
It's not the streets,
doing
it's the
that.
internet.
Oh, okay, I got it. So because it's on the internet, it's different from him being out on in the streets.
I have to do what I have to do. My son needs things. I have to get money. I have to make money. We're living a certain type of lifestyle that I have to keep up.
Who is we?
After all the
Me?
drama and accusations, the judge will have the final say on whether Mr. Harper needs to step up and increase his child support payments. But regardless of the ruling, this case highlights a much bigger issue. How do we balance financial responsibility with personal choices?
Now, right?
Yeah, I mean, I know I looked up the prices and stuff and I know how much money I got to get.
Okay, so how much is it going to cost for football?
The football is $200
Okay.
plus all the equipment and stuff, so it's probably going to be like $500.
Okay.
For one, the team provides the equipment, the shoes.
No, they do
Sir,
not.
sir, let me
You
ask
don't
you a
even know the
question.
team.
How much money is it that you make?
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Excuse me? Does she work for you?
No, we all
Because
work.
it seems like I need to be talking to her because you cannot focus. She knows more about everything going on with this case than you do.
No, we just
Do you
work.
all need to switch places?
No, man.
She need to pay child support for you?
Nah, no, man.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And I don't think you want to pay child support, do you?
She can.
Okay, well, I need you to sit back there and
I
mind your
don't pay
business. Okay, but you are currently paying, and she has a right to ask for an increase if there has been a material and substantial change. And it sounds like it has, because if you've only been paying $100 in 13 years, and you don't even visit with your son like you should, then you probably should be paying more in child support if it increases her expenses. You'd agree with me, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So how much is it that you make?
How we talking about weekly, yearly? Because I really get paid by the month.
All right. How much you make a month?
So I get paid around what?
How much?
About $8,000 a month.
$8,000 a month, and you don't give your son any money.
$100. That's not. I
$100, and you think $100? You think $100 is sufficient?
It was at the time. I made it.
How much money were you making at the time?
I was working drive-through at McDonald's at the time, so I wasn't making that much.
Okay, so I'll ask the question again. How much were you making at the time?
About $350, $500 a week at that time.
Okay, you didn't want to be here today, did you?
At all.
Okay.
Didn't have one of them.
Right, but I understand your frustration with them, but don't come in here and waste my time. I haven't done anything to you. You'd agree with me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so $8,000 a month. You have 3 kids total. Okay, and you said 200 for football?
I said 500.
No, you said 200 for football.
And then I
What do you think? Was Mrs. Flask right to demand more support, or is Mr. Harper being unfairly blamed?
Okay, so is what you need or what you looked up?
son needs 500.
500. What about basketball?
Basketball probably be about 300.
Okay. So that's $800, right?
Yes. I think I'm gonna put him in karate too.
Ma'am.
She going too far, Nate.
You know what? You just came here to waste my time. So
I just want my son to be in everything. I just want him
It
to be
sounds
great.
like you want to tell me you want to put him in everything so you can get more money off of this man. And I'm sorry, I'm not here to play in your little petty games.
Sure,
and
no,
I'm not
50
going
cents,
to
Mom.
do that. I'm not going to do that. So you know what I'm going to do? Since you came here to waste my time, I'm going to make sure I don't waste any more of yours. I'm denying your request and dismissing this case.
Really?
Really, I am. Mm-hmm.
I can't believe this.
Well, I can't believe you came in here to play these games.
My son needs some money.
No, it sounds like you want the money, ma'am. Is there anything further?
You know what? I'm over it.
Okay.
I'm making my
well,
money.
I'm over it too. Did you need anything else,
Oh,
sir?
no, thank you very much.
You're very welcome. If there's nothing further,
Let us know your thoughts below. And if you're loving the courtroom drama, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe for more court code action.